it never ceases to surprise me that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, Diamond will find something interesting for her to do. She'll find something that interests her. She'll find something to play with, or interact with, or chew up, or dig up. And right now we have a small acer tree, I think it's called, in the garden. And she likes it. She likes to pull at it and watch the branches twang. And at the moment there's a very small spider that's spun a web between some of the branches. And she's noticed that as she twangs the branches, this spider's web vibrates as well, wobbles back and forth. And the spider, I don't know whether the spider's angry or whether it's entertaining the spider. What is enrichment for spiders? I don't know. But the spider is going back and forth as well, and she has sat and watched it and sort of twanged a branch and watched the spider's web vibrating, and then twanged the branch again, and then watched the spider's web vibrating. And she is very clever, and she's always good at finding things to occupy her time and amuse her, and it's not always what I would want her to do, but of course that's puppyhood, isn't it? But yeah, I love that about her, that she finds things to do. She's very self-reliant. She'll sort of sit down. If she's in the pen, she'll sit down and look at you as if she's expecting you to either get her out or entertain her in some way. And if that's not forthcoming from me or whoever else is with her, then she will look around the pen and think, right, I'll chew this, or I'll do this, or I'll destroy this, or I'll go to sleep, or I'll get in my crate, I'll get out of my crate, I'll look for food. So yeah, she's really good at amusing herself. And of course she likes to voice her opinions. Here are her thoughts when I held her up to see the cows. What do we think? Yeah? Oh, I see. Don't you like them? Oh, I think that's a bit strong. Well, you could say that, I couldn't possibly. Later that day it was quiet, and it gave me a chance to reflect on some news we'd had. It's a very peaceful, starry Sunday evening. And good girl. That was mischief, haven't we? We've had a nice weekend, but I've heard of a couple of dogs dying this weekend. And they've had good, long lives. But they never have long enough lives, do they? But rather than letting that bring us down, let's reflect on the fact that that's a reminder to make every day count, get as much fun as we can out of every day with our dogs, and to consider them as much as we can every day. And that's a really good reminder for me at the moment, because, it is a trying time. And yet at the same time, I'm already looking back at, Diamond is about 5 months, and I'm looking back at pictures when we first had her when she was about 2 months, and I'm thinking, oh, she was a tiny baby puppy then. And she's still a puppy, obviously. She has grown. My goodness, she's getting tall. But it's a reminder that it does go fast. It doesn't last. And as long as you put the work in, before long, you have got the dog that you wanted. It's not the naughty little puppy still, but you have to go through that to get the dog you wanted. And you have to build that relationship day by day by day. And, it's often compared to a bank account, isn't it? And you have to deposit and deposit and deposit the good times and the good experiences and the love and the kindness to build that bond with them. And I guess that's a good reminder that, for ourselves and our dogs, make every day count. And I guess as well, be more dog, live, love, laugh. You never have to say to a dog, are you pleased to see me? Because you jolly well know. That doesn't apply to 100% of breeds, I know that. But in general, you don't have to say, are you pleased to see me? Because they're wagging their tail and it's a whole body wag, and I love that. And they're jumping up and down with excitement, and you can see it in their eyes. And, I sometimes think if we can't exactly do that because we're humans, but if we wore our hearts on our sleeves more, maybe that would be better. Maybe for some people that would be too much, but I think that would be, when your spouse comes home and you go, oh, I love you and I've missed you, and, and we did make a bit more fuss of each other. Would that be good? I don't know. It's late at night on a Sunday evening. It is just, the title warns you it's inane ramblings of a puppy owner. That's what you're getting. It's late at night inane ramblings as well. I'm tired. But yes, that's what I'm wrangling about tonight. We had a good day. Well, we had a good day both days. But Diamond has been very tired and a bit niggly tonight. So, and that's easing off as well. It's not, it's not as bad as it was. And she does impulse control. That's what the term I always forget. Impulse control is improving. And maybe we're getting better at reading her. But we've had a day today. I feel like I took my eye off is she getting enough sleep? Because I can trust her more with the peeing and pooing. I'm not putting her in the crate as much as I was, and I'm letting her be in the pen. And a lot of the time, she's out on laps or she's out just milling about and being a dog, which is really strange. She's moving from puppyhood to doghood. But it does mean that she's not getting as much sleep because I'm not doing that. Right, I had enough. Come on, have a sleep in your pen. Sorry, have a sleep in your crate. As much as I was, and so that's something I'm going to have to think about this week. That make sure she is getting those sleep breaks and meal breaks, and all the things that we were so hot on at one point. I suppose the thing is, oh, that's Missy. She's doing that barking at something that I can't see, and it spooks me out. It might have been a big moth. Could be a noise. I can hear. Well, I don't know if it's foxes or some kind of bird, but I can hear it. So she must hear it, obviously. Yeah, I think I was saying the things that that's it, because things have started to get better. You take your foot off the gas and you think, yeah, things are okay. That's it. So there's not that constant reminder to go, I better do this. So we'll have a think about this. I'm fairly convinced that I lost the track of my thought there, but anyway. That's where we are. It's late. I'm not going to worry about it too much because it's late at night on a Sunday, and tired, and ready to go to bed, which I never used to be. But having a puppy wears you out. Well, having Diamond wears me out. So I shall bid you all good night. I shall go to bed and hope this week brings good things. The week certainly brought possibilities. 2 pigeons have been trying to build a nest today, and they started. I noticed them about lunchtime, and that was the first time I saw them. And there was a pigeon coming and going from the tree. No, in fact, I think yesterday I noticed there was a pigeon in the tree, and today I noticed there was a pigeon coming back to the tree and going away and coming back. It's just, oh bless, hello. Mischief isn't keen on them. Anyway, so it is above the dog toileting area. Well, the grass at the end of the garden where we ended the patio where we encourage them to pee and poo. So it's quite a busy area, but then it was busy when they chose to build their nest in that tree. So, I do feel a bit guilty. Oh, bless. But it has been fascinating because one of them sat in the tree and the other one went and got twigs and went off and came back with a twig and went off and came back with a twig, and different sizes of twigs, and sort of like a twig that was just all one straight long branch, and then a twig that was sort of, I don't know, like almost a mesh of roots, or a small branch with lots of little bits of foliage still on, kind of thing. And then there was one in the tree that I'm assuming it was he was going and getting the twigs, and that she was sitting in the nest. But the one who brought the twig back passed it to one in the nest, and sort of, I imagine they fashioned it around themselves or whatever. But I've always been interested in how birds build nests, because with a beak, what can you do? You haven't got hands or tools to help you. So once you get it going, you've got it started, and you've got a nest, a network already in place. I can see how you can weave, push or pull twigs in. But how do you get it started? How do you get that first twig to stay in place? But if the other, well, as with these pigeons, if the other bird sits on the nest and you sort of build it around them so they can sit and keep it in place, they're very cross with us, actually, because we're in the garden, and Mischief's a little bit more vocal than Diamond with the pigeons, and she's got very excited about them. So understandably, they're not very pleased with us being out here. So we'll have as quick a toilet break as we can and leave them in peace to build their nests. But is it because obviously it's nearly, I think it's the 30th of July, so it's nearly the end of July. Is it too late in the season for them to have baby pigeons? Or, I don't know, are they building a nest sort of to see them through the winter? So that will be interesting to see what happens. I guess July, I don't know. Could they raise eggs in a few weeks and fit another clutch in if they've had one already? You know, I guess it's a while before the cold of winter sets in, so we could see some baby pigeons being. There's very inconsiderate, noisy bikes going past the moment. But anyway, we could see a brood of chicks hatched. This has been the inane ramblings of a puppy owner, with Julie Hill, and sometimes with Diamond the Papillon, and often with Mischief the German Spitzklein. You can find our regular podcasts at dogcastradio.com. And if you have a dog, whatever you're going through with your dog, I'd love to hear from you.